This week, a popular retailer is voluntarily taking a multi-billion-dollar loss.
Also, what did a group of Southeastern students accomplish while you were sleeping? We'll tell you next.
All this and more, the Spotlight starts right now.
Hello everyone, and thank you for stepping into the Spotlight. I'm Gabrielle Dorisami.
And I'm Matthew Hall. In a move that got praise from President Obama, doctors, and anti-smoking groups, CVS Pharmacies has decided to stop selling cigarettes and other tobacco products. CVS is the nation's second largest drugstore chain, operating 7,600 stores nationwide. They plan to phase out all tobacco products by October 1st as they shift towards becoming more of a healthcare provider. CVS Pharmacies has been adding in-store clinics and expanding their healthcare services. CVS CEO Larry Merlo said that they couldn't continue to sell tobacco products in a place where healthcare was being delivered. Of retailers not selling tobacco products, CVS joins Target and most independent pharmacies. However, the world's largest retailer, Walmart, and CVS's direct competitors, Walgreens and Rite Aid, do continue to sell tobacco products. Walgreens and Rite Aid's representatives continue to evaluate customer wants and how to best meet their needs. CVS is expected to lose $2 billion in annual revenue. However, overall, the company earned more than $123 billion in total revenue in 2012. This decision by CVS puts pressure on other retailers looking to cease tobacco sales. Dr. Richard Hunt of the Mayo Clinic said that CVS's decision was a move of great corporate social responsibility. Well, joining us here for the panel discussion is Mariam Woodward and Brittany Duffy. So, guys, what do you think about this decision by CVS to stop selling all tobacco products in their stores?
I find it a good move. I mean, to sell something that is harmful and then sell something that is helpful at the same time is almost like an oxymoron going on within the store. So it's like, what are you truly promoting? What should we actually go for? And so I think it would definitely benefit us.
Yeah, I'm happy to see a big company like that, you know, kind of stand for something. You see a lot of like flip-flopness on I don't know if that's a word, but you see a lot of inconsistency with a lot of big companies just to make an extra buck. They'll do something, maybe it's harmful for what they believe in, so I'm glad to see it.
I know, I definitely think that the CEO did make a very smart choice, so I definitely agree with you guys. And I think that it's definitely beneficial for everybody who wants to go to a clinic that's close to their house or something, because I know they said there's so many CVS's around, and that's going to be very convenient for everybody, and I think it was a great move for the CEO to make.
And they were also saying that CVS is more of a pharmacy and clinic type place as compared to Walgreens and Rite Aid, which make most of their profit from being a kind of a convenience store place where tobacco products are more kind of like readily sold as compared to CVS where medicine is their big thing. So
yeah, I heard it said that if you're promoting health, why sell something that's so harmful?
Exactly.
Well, from big companies to small local stores, this weekend a group of Southeastern University students put what they've been learning in the classroom to the test.
Enactus is a great program, and I needed the help, so what better way?
And so it began. A dedicated group of Southeastern University students volunteered their time this week to a local business in hopes of finding sweet success.
Our main purpose is to increase the marketing effectiveness of a local candy shop, Got Candy. We're helping her with her website, printing brochures, and the big thing is we're helping remodel her store layout, painting, putting things different places, organizing, decluttering. So it's been a real good experience.
As members of Southeastern University's chapter of Enactus, a nonprofit organization that utilizes entrepreneurial action to create sustainable improvements in the community, students are getting invaluable lessons outside of the classroom.
The greatest thing I've learned from this is the real-world experience, dealing with actual business owners and actual customers, what the people want, what the people need, how to use finances wisely, basically just how to run a business.
Maintaining the goal of sustainable improvement, the students' goals go far beyond some fresh paint and elbow grease.
Enactus has the phrase, you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. You teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. And this project really embodies that kind of phrase. The whole point of the project is to teach her how to attract customers and keep them coming long term. All those types of things that come along with marketing.
Like any project, some participate for the resume builder, while others are just hoping to put a smile on someone's face.
I think it's always good to make a change, a difference in other people's lives, so we're having fun.
Gabrielle Dorisami reporting from downtown Lakeland, Spotlight News.
All right, so that was pretty cool, right? I thought it was really neat to see some students kind of give up their weekend while some of us may have been sleeping or catching up on some homework. They were in there slaving away into the late hours of the night, painting, reupholstering chairs. So it was really cool to see them give up their weekend like that.
And I think it's also amazing, like, hands-on experience, because I mean, there's so much you can learn from a textbook, but it's not until you get in the field where it's like, okay, this is what I need to manage, this is the agenda, this is what needs to get done. So I think that's a great experience for them in that situation.
It really was cool.
And it's great that a club here at Southeastern, most clubs are kind of like, oh, your favorite movies, or if you like a particular thing. But it's great to see a club, dedicate their time just to helping out the community, really. So it's nice.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, it's so great because I know, like, we have missions that go out all across the world and stuff, and then you never hear about clubs here doing stuff for, like, around the community and around Lakeland. And I thought that was really cool that they helped that lady in their store out. That was really nice of them.
Well, coming up after the break, we're going to have Miriam talk to us about SU Conference. Stay tuned.
It's harder whenever there's a bigger group. Pretty much a good day for me would be people leaving their hands off of me. I'm always called names. Everywhere that I go, there's always someone calling me names, calling me gay. I've been choked, thrown up against a wall, punched. Nobody's ever tried to help me.
Can you help me with this? My new dad teaches me all kinds of stuff.
Sure.
He helps me with homework.
That would be 3.6795.
Thanks.
Yep.
He helps me with my decision making.
I wouldn't use this one. Ever.
And he's even teaching me how to drive.
And that's why cars have bumpers.
I'm learning so much.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
Hey, going out like that?
Yeah, why?
Well, what would the neighbors think?
I see you! Come look at Mr. Feather. Look what I have. Mr. Bird, remember? Bark, bark, bark. We're just playing. We're just playing. I'm trying to get you out of here.
Even still.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Well, welcome back to the Spotlight. Next up, conference was the big buzzword around campus of the week as SU geared up for its annual event at the Polk Theater here in Lakeland. Miriam has this story.
Hi guys, I'm Miriam Woodard here at the Polk Theater in Lakeland, where Southeastern University is kicking off its third annual conference. This event has attracted hundreds of students and adults for the past 2 years to experience a night full of spiritual learning, worship, and fellowship, all at the cost of nothing with free admission to all. Even though the event started at 7 p.m., people gathered in line as early as 5 o'clock to get front row seats inside. The Polk Theater can provide seating up to 1,400 people with a large-scale stage to accommodate projections, band equipment, lights, and movement.
SU Conference, get on your feet. We're gonna worship you tonight.
Following worship, the announcer for the first guest speaker at chapel was finally revealed, an Ohio native who has a calling for preaching. He was ordained an elder at Northview Christian Church in Dothan, Alabama in March of 2010 and currently serves as an associate pastor at Lakewood Church in Houston, Texas.
My favorite part about conference was John Gray. He wrote the house down. It was so good.
And I actually love the worship. I'm super excited for the album that's coming out.
Reporting for Southeastern University's The Spotlight News, I'm Miriam Woodard.
That was an awesome story.
Thanks.
You did a good job.
And like I said, conference was huge, and I'm pretty sure I saw at least all of you there at one point of time. And even at one point, I remember seeing that it was trending on Twitter, and I was like, whoa, like that's huge, right? Because I'm not a Twitter like fanatic, but I was like,
that is
when I
cool.
saw it, I was like, that's amazing. So it was just so cool. Do you guys have favorite parts or anything?
My favorite was Robert Madu. Every time he comes and speaks, it's so animated and not only holds my attention, but I find that I remember a lot of what he's saying, and I don't know, that resonates with me. I really like it. What about you guys?
I actually didn't make it to conference, so I missed out on a big one, and I think you guys should take that one away.
Live streamed it.
I mean, as far as the speakers went, I loved all of them. I thought they were all fantastic, but really the best part of conference was by far SU Worship.
Yes.
They were absolutely fantastic. The music, the lights, everything was absolutely awesome. My favorite speaker, though, definitely was Robert Madu as well. And Carl Lentz was right there, too. I enjoyed both of them. They all gave practical messages that was really easy to come away with something that you can definitely apply to your life like later that night. So it was fantastic.
It's nice to see someone gearing their message towards college students.
Awesome. Keeping with the Southeastern theme, Brittany, you did a poll of the week on Club Rush.
Yep.
Hey guys, right now I'm outside right on El Prado where the Club Rush event is taking place. Right now we have SU Preview Day kids who are coming, and they are high school juniors and seniors, and the kids at their clubs are trying to get them to come and attend the school next year and also become part of the club. This is not only for the Preview Day kids, but it's also for kids that are already on our campus. Let's take a look at what's going on right now.
Energized students gathered at Club Rush on El Prado. Some clubs offered at SU are more serious and professional, like the Executive Intern Program, while other clubs are based off of fictional artistic characters. One well-known club shows their love for God through dance. Let's hear what they have to say.
RDG stands for Redeemed Dancers of Glory. What we are is we are a dance group who we love to just get together and dance and praise God through it. We choreograph sets and things to perform at chapel, and then we also can perform them off stage at different youth groups. And pretty much what we do is we just try to bring youth and everybody in through dance.
Well, we're a club where we just got formed this semester actually. We once a semester we get together, we build community with one big game of which people run around with Nerf guns shooting each other.
With all the fun happening, club booths showing their colors, 84% of people say the Club Rush really got them involved with the school, while 16% say the Club Rush did not make too much of a difference in their lives. As for Preview Day students, 94% said they loved our campus and thought Club Rush was a great experience and have high hopes of attending this fall. Hope to see their smiling faces around.
Well, I mean, there's so many clubs, so I was like a little overwhelmed. I was like, oh my gosh, there's so much to do. But definitely the volunteering clubs. I kind of want to just join everything to get involved. So a lot of cool stuff is happening here.
We are HSL and we say
Well, that's all the time we have here at the Club Rush on El Prado. Reporting for the Spotlight News, I'm Brittany Duffy.
Well, guys, that was Club Rush.
Did
you guys happen to go down El Prado when that was taking place at all?
Sorry.
Oh, go for it.
I did not, because I don't really have time to join any
He's
clubs.
antisocial. He just goes the other way.
I'm so busy
He was
with
part of that 16%.
so many other different things in my life that I don't really have time to join a club. So I don't feel like walking down El Prado and having to take the extra time to zigzag around and kind of dodge everyone who's advertising
I
their club.
walked down
to me.
there and I was like, I was going to the library, but like was offered so many different things from juices to cookies to flyers, and I was like, okay, it's like shopping.
They take free stuff for anything. They had like drinks and
it was
cotton
crazy.
candy. I don't know. It was a
Shirts.
lot of fun.
I was like, okay, this
Just
is
walk
awesome.
by with accepting arms. I'll join anything you want. Just give me some free stuff.
Exactly.
That was cool.
Did Club Rush happen to help you guys at all, whether you're a freshman or sophomore?
Being a freshman, Club Rush helped me get involved with the Southeastern Times, because last semester when they were out there, I kind of went by the booth and actually got to get involved that way. So it's definitely a cool thing.
That's cool. I've joined a club last year, I think it was, as a result of Club Rush, just to see what they're all about, and you get to see who's involved with the club too. So that's kind of cool.
As far as me, I've never been in a club.
No one will let him in the club. That's the way.
No, I just haven't done it.
Well, next we have sports coming up right after the break. Stay with us.
Hey everybody! Heart disease affects 1 in every 3 women in America, but you can fight back. There's no time to lose. Mothers, sisters, daughters, families, and friends, it's time to shout louder, stand stronger, and demand change. Let's go!
to the Batmobile. Dang it.
To the invisible jet!
Dang it.
Together, we can put an end to heart disease. It's time to go red for women. I could use your help. Learn more from the American Heart Association at www.goredforwomen.org.
Time to wake up. I've got a job to do today.
I've got a job to do today.
Don't forget, you've got a job to do today.
Hey, Mom. I got the job. Thanks. Got the job. Welcome aboard.
Have a good first day at work, Mom.
Your donations to Goodwill fund job training programs right in your community.
Feels good to start fresh, right?
Sure does. And like that, you're a job creator.
Mom, can we get some ice cream?
Please, Mom, please.
No, we're having dinner soon.
Please.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
Welcome back to the Spotlight. And Gabby, Southeastern men's basketball have been playing extremely well. They've been playing in a lot of huge games
They're on
lately.
fire. It's so cool.
They literally are. And also, spring training for professional baseball has started.
I planned my whole schedule around this.
I bet you did. So let's send it over to Spotlight Sports.
Hey guys, welcome to Spotlight Sports. I'm Roxanne Garcia.
And I'm JD Cobb. Southeastern's basketball team has arguably had one of the best seasons in recent history. They're 20-4 and have 4 games left to finish the season. They're currently riding a 7-game win streak, and the odds of finishing the season first in their conference is pretty good. 6 times this year they faced a ranked opponent, and 4 times they've come away victorious. The other 2 losses they've had have come on the road to the number 1 and number 4 teams in the country. This year they've had one of the tougher schedules compared to years past, and it's paid off very well for the Fire. They're currently ranked 18th in the country, and they look to slide into the top 10 by the end of the season if they win out and they finish strong. Up next for the Fire is Ave Maria tonight. The last time these 2 teams met were here at the Furnace at Southeastern. The Gyrenes came away with an upsetting victory, upsetting for the Fire, and they won 59-54. Tonight's game should be a good one on paper, but the Fire should come away with another W to add to their winning streak. Well, Roxanne, now that baseball season is approaching, how do you feel?
I feel very, very excited. It's the best sport. Well, for professional sports, in my opinion, it is the best time of the year, and I'm talking about baseball season. That's right, spring training for most MLB teams is around the corner, and most players have already checked in with their teams. Now, if you don't know this, spring training for all 30 teams takes place in either Arizona or in Florida, and we're actually lucky enough to have the Detroit Tigers spring training facility here in Lakeland. Now, because it's the first time we're talking about baseball here in Spotlight Sports, I couldn't help but be a little biased and talk about my favorite team, the LA Dodgers. Last season, we had a few of our star players get injured, like center fielder Matt Kemp and shortstop Hanley Ramirez. But luckily for Dodger fans, they're healthy and ready to play. Also, according to MLB analysts Jack Morris and Jeff Nelson, the Dodgers have the top rotation pitchers in baseball, including Clayton Kershaw, Zach Greinke, and Ryu. In other news, future Hall of Famer Derek Jeter announced earlier this week that he will be retiring after this season. This is a huge thing for baseball because he will go down as the best shortstop in baseball. He has the most hits, games played, and runs for a shortstop. He will definitely be missed after this season. Back to you guys.
Thank you, guys. Well, county commissioners came together Monday and agreed to finalize their design for the first ever Polk County logo. Designed by Winter Haven Advertising Agency, the colorful logo embodies the endless opportunity that can be found here in Central Florida. Earlier this week, I spoke with Polk County's Communications Director, Mayanne Nelson, and she shared her excitement for what's on the horizon for Polk County.
There are so many things going on in Polk County that are progressive and positive, with economic development and the diversity of the county changing. So many cool things happening that we wanted something that was much more relevant for today.
Officials hope the rebranding of Polk County will not only attract new business and residents, but please those already in the community.
I hope it's a feel-good for Polk County. I hope people take pride in the fact of where they are, business-wise, where they are to live. The schools are getting more and more progressive in the things that are happening here. And we really hope that as part of our campaign, young people see Polk County as a great place to live and to find jobs and do business. So it's really a hope-for outcome is that it motivates people to come to Polk and stay and make it home.
In addition to communicating a feel-good feeling for those who see it, the logo exists to market Polk County both locally and globally. Polk County residents are expected to start seeing more of the logo around town by the 1st of March. It's kind of cool. We're having our very own official logo, and it's very fresh looking. It kind of is giving Polk County a fresh new face. So I thought that was really neat to have.
I think it's really important just because you see companies all the time kind of rebranding themselves to help market themselves and trying to take the next step into kind of like this decade and everything like that to help promote sales. So I think it's important for a county to do that, to kind of promote themselves, hey, we're a good place to do business and a good place to live.
Well, where will we actually be seeing like some of the logos? I know they said we'll be seeing them in March, but like where exactly at?
Exactly. I asked her the same thing. So they're going to start putting it as trucks come in that work for the county. As they need to be repaired, they're going to place the new logo on the trucks. Okay. And the director of communications, I was chatting with her, and she said that she's so excited that there are thousands of trash cans and dumpsters around the city, and they're excited to kind of put it on the trash cans. I asked if she was going to do it herself, and she's like, I just might, I'm so excited. It's cute.
That's awesome.
I think it's really cool too, like how much Lakeland is growing and how we are kind of an older city. It's nice to have this new fresh thing to complement our growth as well.
Yeah, it is great to see Polk County rebranding themselves and actually growing. It's a great place to live now. Well, coming up next on Spotlight, we have the Community Spotlight with Nicole. Stay tuned.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
Welcome back to the Spotlight, everyone. Well, every Saturday morning, hundreds of Lakeland locals enjoy the fresh air of downtown in a unique way. Find out what you might be missing. Nicole Tillotson has the latest for our Community Spotlight.
From handmade trinkets to homegrown produce, the Lakeland Downtown Farmers Curb Market allows locals an outlet to sell their own products. Every Saturday from 8 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon, creative entrepreneurs will set up shop along Lakeland's downtown streets. For most, the event serves as a means where Lakeland residents have turned their hobbies to more than hobbies, said owner of Red Roof Farms. Sharing a similar passion is Rochelle Eason from Art Blooms Studio.
I own an art studio named Art Blooms. We just moved here from North Carolina. We literally came back last Saturday, and here we are at the farmers market. I'm able to combine my business, teaching, and art. So all three of my passions get combined, and my goal is to inspire others to create.
And there's even a little bit of everything for everyone.
I build traditional folk musical instruments. All the instruments that I build are based on designs that are a century or more old. The canjo is a fun little instrument. From nearest I can tell, it goes back to at least the 1920s. Basically a hobby that is now turned into a small, thriving business.
Bringing together all segments of the community, the Lakeland Downtown Farmers Curb Market showcases the talents and work of local artisans and local growers. I'm Nicole Tillotson, your community reporter for Spotlight News.
So I don't know about you guys, but seriously, that was one of the funnest mornings that I've ever had going to that. Have you guys ever been to the farmer's market before?
I have, yeah. You haven't been?
Not had
Don't
a chance
you live in
to.
Lakeland?
I do, but I've never
She
actually
doesn't want to give up
down.
her Saturday morning.
Saturday mornings we've spent sleeping.
So that guy had a bean can type thing?
Yeah, he just makes them out of like normal cans of like vegetable things that you'd find in the grocery store. He even had like one with like an electric plug-in to it for like an amp. Like, who gets these ideas? It's so crazy.
That's really cool.
That is so fun. So no one eats their vegetables anyways, so you just dump it out.
There you go.
No, I'm just kidding. My grandfather actually had one of those bean can things, so I thought they're pretty funny. They're fun. I'm glad you had a good time.
It's cool though for the farmers market because you see so many passionate people there from all over your city doing so many different things. Like some people are like selling soap, they're selling their like homemade honey. Like there's just so many different kind of cultures within Lakeland. It's awesome.
That's cool because the farmer's market back home from my town, it's just pretty much you go and buy produce. I mean, you go buy your vegetables, your corn, and then you can go buy fruit. There's nothing really kind of like, there's no artsy kind of crafts that you can buy. So I've never been to the farmer's market here in Lakeland, but it sounds like a great time after seeing that package.
We need to bring the bean can to California.
Seriously. The Watson Clinic has unveiled plans for a new $15 million medical building. The facility will be located on Lakeland Highlands Road near George Dakins High School. The new facility will serve people living in the South Lakeland, Highland City, and Bartow area. Phase 1 will cost $15 million to build and feature a 35,000 square foot express care center, a dermatology center, and a family practice. Phase 1 is expected to be completed in 2015, and then Phase 2 will begin construction. Phase 2 will feature a 25,000 square foot building that will bring 25 to 40 new doctors in family medicine, internal medicine, and related primary care. The cost of Phase 2 has yet to be determined.
Well, Tuesday, what started out as an average drug bust turned out to be a bizarre discovery. While investigators were conducting a search warrant on the Lake Wales home of Shane Park and Courtney Williams, they not only came across 250 grams of meth within the reach of two 10-month-old twins, but 2 frozen alligators in the couple's freezer. Both have been arrested and face a variety of charges, including negligent child abuse, drug possession, and of course, 2 counts of killing an alligator without a license. Both were arrested on scene, however, they were released on bail. The Department of Children and Family currently have custody of the 2 little girls.
The City of Lakeland has named a new chairman to the Lakeland Area Chamber of Commerce. Tim Jackson will bring plenty of experience, and he says he plans to thrive in the position, not just get by. Jackson will focus on further developing downtown Lakeland, and some of his other goals for 2014 are continuing to achieve accreditation with the U.S. Chamber of Commerce and continuing to increase the number of graduates from Lakeland's 4 post-secondary schools. Before being elected as chairman, he served as the vice chairman in communication and government affairs. Lakeland's Chamber of Commerce has a membership of 1,700 businesses, making it the 3rd largest chamber in the state.
Well, this week has been a very exciting time for our very own SU Worship Band as they have released their 3rd album on Tuesday. Titled So All the World Will Know, the 12-song compilation quickly rose up the charts and is currently holding the number 3 spot for top Christian albums on iTunes, putting it above not 1, but 2 Hillsong albums. Released almost exactly 1 year after SU Worship's debut album, No Other Name, So All the World Will Know has already outsold both preceding albums. You can preview all 12 original songs on iTunes and purchase the album for $9.99. School officials are encouraging students to listen, buy, and review the album So All the World Will Know.
PETA says that SeaWorld is attempting to stop their plan to present a resolution in front of shareholders to create a coastal sanctuary for retired orcas. The People for Ethical Treatment of Animals say that SeaWorld is using Securities and Exchange Commission rules to prevent shareholders from learning about the proposal. PETA owns a small number of SeaWorld shares, and PETA's proposal is to develop a coastal sanctuary where the company's orcas could retire. According to SEC rules, a company is allowed to exclude shareholder proposals if shareholders have held stock for less than a year. April 17th marks the 1-year anniversary of SeaWorld going public.
Well, students who have high hopes of taking to the air and becoming professional airline pilots now have a more affordable way to learn. This year, Polk State College will offer for the first time a 4-year bachelor's degree for those interested in their aerospace program. Though private schools in Florida offer similar programs to students, Polk State is the first public school to offer an aerospace degree at a fraction of the cost. The program is now taking place at Lakeland Linder Regional Airport, where students can learn hands-on to gain experience necessary for the FAA credentials. With students saving an average of $200,000, it's no wonder that many are looking to Polk State to spread their wings.
Well, that's all the time we have left. Keep it here on the Spotlight for the latest in local news, campus updates, and sports. I'm Matthew Hall.
And I'm Gabrielle Dorasami. See you next time.